Towards the end of 1884, I was working in Sydney at the Royal Hospital for Women at Paddington, learning obstetrics and how to deliver babies. One of the honorees came to see me, tapped me on the shoulder and said he'd had a ring from a friend of his in Tamworth, a Dr. Don Howell, who was looking for a young doctor to join his practice up there, and I told him I thought I'd had just the fella, and that's you. So I want you to go up to Armadale tomorrow and see Dr. Howell and have a talk with him, see if there's any possibility of you joining their practice. So the next day I hopped in a plane, I flew up to Tamworth. Don Howell met me at the airport, took me home, introduced me to his family, gave me lunch, introduced me to Dr. George Dance and Dr. George Morris, who are other members of the practice. I had dinner with Dr. Dance and his family, all very hospitable, very nice people. I had a nice day, they were very good to me. I slept at one of the hotels in Tamworth, caught the plane back the next day, and the next day Don rang and said, when can you start? So because I was near the end of my course at the Royal Hospital in Sydney, I decided I'd go up straight away. Margaret just had a baby and she thought that she'd better stay a couple of weeks with her mother while I went up and organised some accommodation. Stop. So I went to Tamworth and Don met me and told me the story. I was to stay in a flat which was behind the surgical premises, 454 Peel Street, which was the premises that had been a medical set-up for many years and was originally the Bank of New South Wales building. There was a flat at the back end of the building and it was suitable for us, and by the time I got organised and the doctor's wives helped me get some things organised, and it was ready for Mark to come up in a few weeks' time. I was given a room which would be my surgery, and I became a member of 454 practice. The deal was that you sat there and patients came in, first saw. Every time the door opened, a patient would come in, and that'd be up to you to decide what was wrong with him and either fix him or send him to one of the others that you had to look after. I'll just finish for the moment and see what it's all about.